CARPE DIEM is a non-profit association, and we are a residency-based program. So we develop exhibitions under the residency program. The program that I developed for CARPE DIEM, that's based in the 18th century palace, is a program that has the starting point of the relationship of contemporary art and heritage. That means that artists under the residency program, when they engage, they respond. And this I find absolutely, at the moment, fascinating from the point of view of the results. And the results can be materialistic, when we talk about art, can be conversation, can be a poem, can be a short story. It's never ending. So I think also this generates something called reinforcement of visual identity. So in the process of your mind responding to a visual stimuli, you, as an artist or a curator or a citizen, behave and are induced to produce certain things. This provocation I find interesting, and of course it's a reaction to my education as a white cube victim. So the 90s and the 2000s, we saw the proliferation of, with origins in the 70s, I guess, of the proliferation of the white cube as the norm, as the exercise, and I think what happens in this project is that I had the chance to move away. This collection is also a way of, as a non-profit association, to make this reasonable in financial terms, so that it becomes sustainable. So again, we're talking about heritage, we're talking about identity, and now we're talking about sustainability. And sustainability means that this project that you see behind me, or these images here, they were developed by the artists after the residency program and after the exhibition has opened. So what happens is the artists donate one image, and then we reproduce it. So these are our productions, and they're in a series of 30. So the English word for that is editions. In Portuguese we use the word multiples. So they are reproductions in the clear sense of the word. So this also generates another item that we can talk about, and that's accessibility, access. How do you access contemporary art? Why and how much? Right? So we moved away from the White Gallery, one. So we're based in the palace, as I said before. And now I developed a project that, as the ultimate consequence, you can actually acquire a work related to the exhibition, because the price is absolutely reasonable. They cost 200 euros each work. So an edition of 30 closed with a certificate of authenticity. So I guess that this structured, what I would like to say and share is also that this structured thought was not born in 2 seconds. So all these ideas that I explained actually developed and came out of living 8 years in a palace. So the 18th century palace in Lisbon, the Marquis of Pombal built, kind of provoked all of this. So as a conclusion, I would say that space provokes your ideas, in several ways as I just mentioned. So poetically, financially, strategically, and that's it. So now we're here, we're showing these editions around the world. They've been shown 15 times, from Buenos Aires to Barcelona to Brussels. And the result is really good, people are really interested. And again, what's fascinating is behind each of these images, there's a story. There's a story of a project, there's a story of an artist, there's a story of the media, etc., etc. When we celebrated the 5 years, we decided to publish a catalogue that's also an edition. And it's a book that actually is an interesting contribution from a designer. So we could do a traditional book with texts, explanations, and kind of backup information, but we decided not to. We did a book that's a tour through the palace, through images. So this is what you'll see in the book. It's a tour of images. And that was also an experiment, and it's an edition of only 500. The projects that we do are so filled with information. So the exhibition in situ, meaning the exhibition at the palace, is so full of information that it's also good to step back, think about these images, and throw them into another environment. We've not only exhibited these works in galleries such as this, facing the street. We had a very interesting request from a curator in New York that he saw the collection and said, and he asked if he could exhibit this in her apartment. So we had an afternoon reception in which we showed these editions in New York. So they are, what I would say is that I find that they are very versatile in the display manner. In Lisbon, we have them all framed and in the form of the salon, so they're all scattered through the wall, and I think it's interesting. But here, due to possibly viewers' concerns, so we would like the public to come in, engage this project. So the display, I think, is thought mainly in this case to be, perceived by